I've been plant-based, whole food plant-based for almost about 9 years. But that intrigued me, is hooking the spiritual part and the health part together, because they certainly are intertwined. And I wanted to see if there was anything, I know I can always learn, but what I needed to learn from this, and challenge myself to even practice whole food plant-based eating rather than just plant-based eating, because I found that what was going on with us was that we were using a lot of the plant-based products, like the Beyond Meat and the soy-based chickens, nuggets, etc., probably a lot more than we needed to.
What's most interesting to me, quite honestly, was the thought about eating completely plant-based without all the substitute chickens and things that you could get, and see what that looked like over a period of time. Because what we found out, what I found out, I can eat lentils 3 or 4 times a day. I mean, I love lentils. I like brown rice. I like lettuce, all of those kind of things. But I also like to have the substitute things along with it. So to find out whether or not I could exist or consistently eat that way was a challenge to me. I think it's worth the challenge, because people inevitably say, when you talk to them about it, well, I can't do without this, or I can't do without that, and blah, blah, blah. So if you set a length of time and challenge yourself just to do that for a length of time, almost anybody ought to be able to do that. And I think what most people will find is that they don't really desire those foods as much as they thought they did over the long haul. It's just the thought of not being able to have it.
And one of the big challenges for me was getting off alcohol. I would drink. I drank.
Supposed to get off alcohol.
Well, yeah, I did. I did the whole 30 days, alcohol free. And what I learned was that I actually didn't need it as much as I thought I did. That doesn't mean that I do have a glass of wine in the evening now, but that's all I have. Whereas before I would have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 glasses of champagne, or before I gave up hard liquor, I would have a martini or 2. And that not only makes you stupid, it also makes you fat, because you want to eat constantly. So that was one of my big challenges. And Larry's right. There are so many people that when you tell people that you are plant-based or vegan, they say, well, I just, I couldn't, I don't eat meat. And that's, well, being plant-based is beyond just not eating meat. It's not eating any animal. Being vegan is not eating any animal products, no eggs, no cheese, no dairy. And they look at you like you have 6 heads. But once you learn how to eat that way, and you feel so much better, and you drop the weight, because people are always saying, I just can't lose weight. I can't, I'm exercising, and no weight's going off. Well, the weight loss starts with what you put in your body, and how your body metabolizes that. Now, exercise is important, but it is way underneath how you eat. So it's when people say, I can't do that, I can't lose weight, then I automatically ask, what are you eating? Do a 3-day diary and see what kind of the amount of food you're putting in your body and what it's consistent of. So that is a challenge for me, is making sure if I'm gonna walk the walk, then I need to be able to walk the walk right.
I lost 7 pounds and was full all the time. I mean, if you eat right, you can feel full. It's just the right food. I'm off 1 blood pressure medication and half the statin.
I did sleep better, but I like to, at night, I'm a knitter, and I've really gotten into knitting. So if I've had a couple of 3 drinks and I pick up what I knitted the night before, it's all wrong. So I noticed I would drop stitches or knit the wrong part of the pattern, and all that kind of thing, and wind up having to tear half of it out. So mental clarity, and it's hard to pray at night when you're high, or when you're, hammered. So the other commitment that I made as part of the Daniel fast was I was going to pray nightly and get down on my knees and do that. And it was awkward at first, but when my mind was clear and my brain was functioning at full capacity, which at 74 is often debatable, it was much easier to do. So my mental clarity and getting to the point of thinking to myself, I don't need to drink. I enjoy drinking. I will continue to have a glass of wine, and if I see myself going back to more, then I'll do another 2-week or 30-day abstinence thing. I didn't have as much pain, and I don't now. Well, my skin is a lot better. Used to, I could look at my skin and I'd bruise, or I'd get those little old age awful places. But now I don't. I still bruise easy, but not like I used to.
We all know that eating processed foods and all of that are not good for us. We all know that we need to have something we believe in that's outside of ourselves. And what you've done is add those two things together to where they are in sync with each other. So it's a 30-day challenge to try to sync your life to do things that are proven to be beneficial to the individual, both health-wise and spiritually.